James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air. We about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe. You already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul. But when the ring is the goal, but if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes. Going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah! Welcome to the Basement Sports Network post-game show. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd. I'm joined today by my guy on the bottom, my man, Professor Sheltman. Alex, how you doing this evening?
I'm good, man. Enjoying my weekend. Hope everyone else is. I think basketball happened tonight. Maybe we'll talk about it. Maybe we won't.
That is not what I would call basketball, but some might. And of course, rounding out this panel, we got one member of the Kang Gang pulling up with me, my dog TJ. TJ, how you doing today, boy?
And we're doing lovely. We're thriving. I don't know what that performance was, but nevertheless, we're here to talk about it.
Yes, we are. Miami Heat dropped their game to the Minnesota Timberwolves 106-90. Second night of a back-to-back. No Jimmy, no Caleb, no chance, actually. They had no hope in this game. I don't even know where to fucking start here, to be honest with y'all boys. You know what I mean? I'm trying this thing where, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to look at this season for what it is and just discuss that. But when you watch tonight, the only thing that I was thinking is, damn, could have used Dame. Damn. Could have used Beal. Something, brother, to make me feel anything. One time for the one time. We got the chairman of the Kane Gang, Brother Ricky J. Mark, pulling up one time for the one time. But yeah, we're going to start this off with James Todd in the $20 don't know. He said, y'all heard about the album? Now, that's what I call Miami Heat Volume 10. That's with such it as we like our team, we have enough, and Lowry is an X factor. They also included a bonus track called Are You Ready for the Play-In? The Play-In? Brother, this did not look like a playoff play-in team tonight. Bam Adebayo, fine, okay? He shot 7 of 14 from the field, 19 points, 5 of 10 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds. That ain't gonna cut it. Tyler Herro doing what he does best, scoring 22 points on 23 shots, 2 free throws. Just nothing from nobody. Like, I don't want to put this blame on nobody, but those are supposed to be our 2 best players. They didn't show up. I'm going to start with y'all. Ricky, we're going to start with you first. I'm going to start with Don't Mind Me, too, with the 199 Don't Know. He said, this is a fucking lottery team. I hope so. Ricky, I want to start with you and hear your thoughts from the game tonight. What did you see?
I'm just happy to see that my son was able to get 8 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists in 21 minutes, shooting 50% from the field. I mean, let me shut up. I know what's coming.
Threat.
Play the music.
We gonna see if he cooking before that. I don't know what type of mood he in. Threat, how you feeling tonight? And then tell me what you saw from the game.
I'm feeling regular, man. I ain't even gonna do too much, man. It's expected at this point. You know what I'm saying? Are we not surprised? I saw a lot of bullshit coming out tonight. Tyler Herro continues to go on tour for tickets that I am not buying. I am not buying this shit that he's putting out at all. I like what I saw a little bit from Bam. The rebounds could be better, but I do like the aggressiveness of him getting to the line still. Duncan Robinson is exactly who I thought he was. Uh, like 3 for 12, like he's still shooting bullshit. And then the rest of the guys, I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, I could blame the players, but I'm gonna go the front office route. And they put this bullshit product that we have to sit here and watch on a night in, night out basis. So I'm taking shots at Pat Riley and Co. Mickey Harrison, the terrorist, dog.
Listen, brother, I'm with you, brother. Like, there ain't but so much mad that I can be at the team in and of itself. Like, I'm expecting them to win 55 games, but that's because of Spo. Like, Spo is going to make players out of people. You saw it happen with Jovic a little bit tonight. He looked like an actual NBA player for a little bit. You saw with Jamal Cain. Jamal Cain looked straight. But we know these are not people that should be playing in a team with aspirations to win anything. These are scrubs, okay? That is what they are. And we can't. I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead, Ricky. I'm gonna let you finish because you started the show.
Yeah. Look, we know how many people sat out tonight. Jimmy was out for, what was this, the third game of the season, and he's already getting what's the word I'm looking for? Rest.
General soreness.
Yeah.
Coddled.
Whatever. I mean, I'm sure he has a good reason. You already covered Tyler Herro, but I just want to go back to my son. 8 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Okay. I mean, this is what? Oh, Black Love.
Don't listen. Something going on right now. You just keep cooking. You feel me? They talking to me from the club. Go ahead.
Oh, it's gonna get gross later, isn't it? Okay. All right.
I'm pre-gaming right now. Hurry up and get this conversation over with.
I don't. I'm so alone. All right. Yeah. Look. Tonight was a youth movement. It gave us a brief glimpse of what things might look like in about a year or so, or maybe 2 years. But quite frankly, there's not really much to write home about. It's the third game of the season. We know what this team is. It's mid. I mean, I don't want to what is it? What's the point? Beat a dead horse? I don't need to do that. But look, really though, I think what's concerning to me tonight is that Kyle Lowry played 32 minutes, scored only 3 points, had only about 7 assists. I know he kind of sort of filled the stat sheet in some ways, but to go 1 for 6, 1 for 5 from deep, I mean, he's turning 38 next season. Miami's got to do something about some of these contracts. I know Duncan Robinson can be fool's gold from time to time, but the reality is, I mean, I know some people are gonna look at his Boston performance and get on all kinds of, basically they'll get on all fours and just be like, oh yes, this is wonderful. But really, reality is, I'm sorry, like these are guys that you're going to need to move for someone that's capable of scoring 50 points while wearing red. And I think someone did do that tonight. His name is Zach LaVine. Pull the trigger.
I ain't gonna say you could just did Ricky J. Mark with that LaVine boy, but I smell smoke. Shelton, let me hear what you thought from the game tonight, brother.
Yeah, this was a scheduled loss. Someone
They're all scheduled losses.
Well, maybe we might be getting at that point, but someone posted earlier before the season started, like, predict the first 10 Heat games of the season. I had them at 6-4, and I had them starting the year 1-3. 1-3. They were going to win the opener versus the Pistons. They almost threw that away. They lost to the Celtics. They lost to the Wolves. And we will get to my next game prediction later in the night. If you're following the pattern here, you can probably guess what that's going to be. But yeah, I mean, they have a 6-week player leading this team. He doesn't show up to work. Like, it's game 3. Fucking play, bro. Like, Jimmy Butler has not earned the right to sit in game 3. Old ass D Wade with a fucked up knee, and he was a multiple time champion, was still getting his ass out on the court and playing back-to-backs. If people are going to come in the comments and tell me, oh, but Jimmy, we need to make sure he's healthy for the playoffs. How many of these other elite players play the whole year and look at what is LeBron doing? LeBron is 74 years old. and he's healthy, and he plays all the way through the playoffs. Steph Curry running around every screen. He probably runs 15 miles a game. He's healthy, and he's there for the playoffs. Jimmy Butler, I like Jimmy Butler. I said this earlier on the timeline. I like Jimmy Butler. But you have earned nothing, and this fan base, for what you've done for this team, this franchise, puts you on such a pedestal so high that they're cool with you sitting game 3. That's not good enough for me. Like, you got to show up to work.
I agree. We're going to get to another player that this fan base has put on a pedestal, too, who actually played tonight. Speaking of, TJ, I want to hear your thoughts on the game tonight.
You funny as hell. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I feel like with 3 games in, so I don't want to say like this, like it's a very bold prediction, but I've pretty much got a feel of how this team is gonna go for the rest of the season. I don't think anybody's ascending. Bam is really good. I think Bam got better somehow or another, but Bam got better. He's drawing fouls now. I need to get right from the free throw line, but he's better. And then everything else is a bunch of bullshit. Jimmy doesn't want to play, and when he does play, he's playing this passive ass style. You feel me? We got Drew Smith in the fucking rotation. Drew Smith.
Leave my cousin alone, bro.
Nikola Jovic, we just drafted 2 years ago, can't see the court. And now I kind of understand why he didn't see the court. But that's a first round pick. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Jaime Jaquez, he looks decent, but he looks like somebody who's built for more of a better team than this. You feel me? He's too big of a role for not as good of a team. It's just a whole lot of just what on this roster? A whole lot of incompletes other than Bam. Bam is really good. And then everything else is just ugly around him, bro. I don't know. I don't want to be Debbie Downer because they did good things in the game, but God, bro, this it feels like this season's going to be bad.
Yeah, when you talk about the good things they did, I'll point to Nikola Jovic as one of the good things that we saw tonight. But like I said, I tweeted this, bro. Like, I can understand why people feel the need for Nikola Jovic to play. He showed why he could potentially be in this rotation. I also saw exactly why he's not in it. That pick and roll coverage is fucking abysmal, bro. Like, he did not know. He was showing too hard most of the time. He had Kyle Lowry trying to help him. He just couldn't get it right. So the defense is not great. I do think that could come and improve with IQ and playing time and all that shit. But I think, what's his name? CS, he pointed out on the timeline. The Heat are trying to win objectively. And so they don't have time to allow players to try and grow and try to win at the same time. Now, maybe they're not good enough to win, but that's what they're trying to do. But some of the incompletes that you was talking about, I want to talk about Tyler Herro out the gate, bro. Like, I'm not going to do the normal thing, bro. I'm not finna yell and fuss and scream, brother. But here's my overarching point. If we gave Jamal Cain 23 shots, he can make 22 points. If we let Drew Smith shoot the ball 23 times, he'll probably get you about 7-8. But Threat, I'm coming to you because I saw it, bro. I saw the tweet. When is the fucking ascension, bro? Like, you tweeted about that shit. Like, when is it supposed to come? This is year 5, bro. He has the opportunity. He's not doing it, bro. What's going on, Threat?
Kendall said it before, bro. His feel for the game is just not there, bro. He doesn't know when to take the right shots, the proper shots, when to look for the shots. If the shot is there, he doesn't know when to pull up. It's frustrating as fuck to watch, bro. And people keep saying, oh, well, he's only 19. Well, he's only 20. He's only 21. Dog, they're going to say he's only 31 by the time he fucking learns the feel for the game, dog. It's embarrassing at this point, bro. And I don't want to overreact, but, dog, the inefficiency from the field is alarming as fuck. The opportunities are there to be the guy. Pat Riley fucking called for these niggas to hit the bell, and these niggas are not answering this motherfucker, bro. Bam is, but fucking Tyler Herro is not, bro. I don't give a fuck about these workout videos. Niggas keep saying the rise is gonna come after every fucking workout and every fucking subliminal tweet and Instagram post that he fucking makes. His fucking baby is fucking telling him he needs to put up 25 points. I don't give it's not happening, bro. It's not the only way he puts up 25 points a game is if he's taking 35 shots a game. And I don't know what offense is gonna let him chuck up that many shots, dog. I am sick and tired of this fucking fan. If the fan base is split on a player, 9 times out of 10, bro, he's not the guy that he thinks that everybody thinks he is, bro. Let's just be real. And he's just not, bro. He needs to work on getting to the free throw line consistently because he's only getting there at 1 or 2 times a game, but yet he's taking 20 plus shots a game. He needs to get veteran savvy if he can't get physical to the rim, bro. Like he needs to find a way to get cheap ways to get to the basket. I don't know how he's gonna do it, but he needs to do it. That's what he's missing in his game, bro. He needs to get his free throw attempts up, and the field goal attempts need to come the fuck down. It's simple as that, bro.
So this is another thing that's been happening around this conversation. Like you have people who will ask, like, well, who else is going to take the shots? I was like, if he moved that motherfucking ball around some, we might be able to find out. Like the problem is like he needs to work on being an efficient scorer by lessening how much movement or dribbles or whatever it takes for him to score. It takes so much effort for him to score that it leads to these inefficiencies. It leads to him putting himself in bad positions where he has to take a fall away, leaning mid-range jump shot at the end of the shot clock because he spent 9 seconds dribbling the ball trying to get to a shot in the first place. Like that is the problem, bro. And if the answer is him moving off ball, then that is the answer. But it doesn't seem like that's the way that the team is going. Damn sure don't seem like the direction he's going. Want to thank Dan the Film Gen for the $5 dono. Consistency is key, ladies and gentlemen. He said, yeah, Nunu's right. Jimmy lazy ass Butler is a missing bum. And of course, it's Minnesota as well. Shaking my head. You would think he'd want to play against Minnesota. Like they was calling him out from the stands tonight. But brother, listen, game 3, I guess and what's so annoying, bro, is they listed this game as him being out for rest, bro. Like that was the most disgusting part of this. Alex Campbell with the $4.99 dono. He said, I'm dead inside already. 79 more, baby. And we'll be right here with you, all 79 of them. Tap in with us every game. Well, some of us will be here with you for all 79 of them. Others will pop in and out whenever they feel like it. The nasty man with the $10 dono. He said, this team is hilarious, man. Pat Riley really went into this season like, yeah, this will do. Yeah, bro, like, it's nasty. Thank you, Scale Daddy, with the $2 dono. He said Tyler can't get to the rim. Genetics stop him. Yes, and long, athletic, black people who can move laterally. All of that prohibits him from getting to the rim, bro. You seeing it? I ain't going to do it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. TJ, we talking about Herro, so I'm going to let you go next, brother. What is it, brother? What is it, bro?
Honestly, bro, like I get it now. I think I was blinded a lot, but I get what y'all are saying about Tyler Herro. I think it's 2 things. Number one, he just don't got it right now, and he needs time to figure it out as an offensive player. He needs time to understand the NBA game more, which doesn't make any sense for how old he is. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But for him, like 27-year-old Tyler is going to be the version that we need now, but he's just not there. You feel me? Number 2, he needs to eliminate his mid-range jumpers, period. If you're not going to be a high free throw guy, you don't want contact. Don't be big mid-range guy. That makes no sense. That's inefficient. I want you to take floaters, and I want you to take threes. You're not going to get to the free throw line. That's all I want you taking. That's what's going to get his shot attempts down. Eliminate that dumb midi because he's not savvy enough to get to it consistently. He's not good enough to make it consistently. Just eliminate that shot, period. And I think we'll get a better version of Tyler. But that's a whole lot of him to do with this team because they need him to be way better. So that's the thing. He can figure it out later in his career, but it's not going to be here if they want to be good.
I think the problem that I have with that general take is the fact that he develops a mentality here. He develops this aura around himself. You've heard him speak on it. I could be in this conversation or that conversation. I could be the best scorer in the league or lead the league in scoring or whatever. Like, that's the aura that he gets here. And that is the mentality that he plays with. Like, I can do these things. And it's like, we're not going to stop him from doing them. And that's what's fooling the fan base is that he's allowed to do them. So sometimes he's successful at it. But for the most part, for his skill set, this is not a successful formula for this man, bro. Like, he needs to play like Duncan Robinson. And if he does that, he would be a better player. Shelton, go ahead and talk about Tyler Herro.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with pretty much everything that's been said to this point. Like, I think he has been continually hyped up by the fan base to be better than he actually is. He's a nice, solid player. He is promoted as this person that is going to be a multiple-time All-Star. I never thought he was that. I thought he was someone that could maybe peak and catch 1 or 2 All-Stars like Goran Dragic did. But ultimately, I think like his style of play, I mean, you mentioned Duncan, his style of play just isn't what he should be doing. Like this offseason, he should have called up someone like Ray Allen or Klay Thompson and bro, just run off of screens off the ball for 3 fucking months in the offseason until you figure it out. The problem there is the Heat don't really have a point guard to get him the ball in that case, but I think that's more akin to like what his skill set actually is as a player. If he can do that, he's going to reduce the amount of times he's dribbling the ball, and he's going to probably come off of high screens with open looks like Duncan does. And I think Tyler is more fluid at hitting those shots.
I'm gonna let you finish, but that's exactly the point. Like when you talked about how Duncan does, the problem is the point guard thing is an issue, but the Miami Heat have figured out how to get these movement shooters shots, open looks without a point guard. They haven't had a fucking point guard for years, and they've created an offense that allows him to be able to do that shit, but he won't do it.
Yeah, I think it could work even without a point guard to facilitate him, but I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's the coaching staff. I don't know if it's, the people around him, whomever. They are not putting him in a position to succeed. I imagine it's partially or predominantly because of him. I think he thinks he's better than he is, which I get it, right? Like every NBA player is going to have a huge ego. That's how you get to the NBA. But at some point, like if you want to take the next step as a player, you need to check your own ego and you need to figure out what works best for you. Tyler Herro can still be a 20-point-per-game scorer if he models his game after a Ray Allen or a Klay Thompson where he's coming off screens. He can still do that. The difference is he will shoot much more efficiently and the team will be better for it. He wants to be a 28-point-per-game scorer, and he's not that, and he's forcing the issue.
Yeah, I think that's right. But like I said, I believe that's a mixture. I believe that's in part because of Tyler Herro and what his personal goals are. And the other part is on the Heat coaching staff or the Heat organization as a whole for putting it in his mind from the beginning that he could be something that he's not. Remember, think bigger when it comes to comparisons between he and Devin Booker was the thing that the organization said. And so that he bought into that, that's partially his own fault for not being self-aware. That's partially the organization's fault for putting it out there or putting it in his head anyway. I want to thank Alex Campbell with the $9.99 dono. He said Tyler needs a point guard, even Bam Adebayo, because they work best as good playmakers. It's literally how their skill sets work. But it feels like Spo ideology is we don't really need an elite playmaker. I don't want to say I don't care what Spo's ideology is because it ain't always Spo's job to make that decision unilaterally. Sometimes Pat needs to step in and be like, you need a fucking point guard, so I'm going to get you one. And it's Spo's job to figure out how to use said point guard. That's how I believe the front office / head coaching relationship works at times. Ricky, I do want to ask you a question about kind of like that point in particular. Do you feel like the way Tyler Herro plays and just kind of like the freedom that he plays with is on him, or do you feel like that's an organizational thing that they've allowed him to do?
I do find it ironic that he seems to have this freedom because I distinctly remember an arguably superior offensive weapon named Michael Beasley that was limited almost. It's like he couldn't do anything his first 2 years. Like they held him back so many times. It was weird. And I distinctly remember a conversation not too long ago about the Klay Thompson comparisons. And I remember being a bit triggered about that because, that's a ridiculous comparison. Ew. Klay got more. I mean, physically, skill-wise, that should maybe Wash Klay does. All right, let me not get on that. But look, as far as your main question, I think a lot of the things that we have seen on this team have been rooted in necessity and scarcity because there hasn't been a Dwayne Wade type of player on this team since, that 1 month stretch when Dion was hitting everything. And then Jimmy came. And then they figured, you know what? We can't sign a player like this in the offseason. We are clearly not able to, we're not good enough or bad enough to be able to draft the kind of player, the kind of wing that would otherwise do this. and we're all about culture or whatever. So we can't actually get this player. So let's make do with the player that we have. So it seems to me that they're trying to ride Tyler Herro, whatever skill set he has, whatever limitations may exist, as much as possible until one appears. But then that begs the question, are they even willing enough to pull the trigger on that type of player? And the last few years have shown us no, because then you have the paradox of we have enough. Look at the guys we have right now. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Look how well we did last season without Tyler Herro. Not realizing that maybe him not being around was one of the reasons you made it that far in the first place. So it's just a mess. And I don't want to be the doomsayer and all this other stuff because, quite frankly, I'm tired of being right. But it's just like,
I'm not.
Options out there. There are opportunities out there to improve. And maybe it means trading away your great white hope from Kentucky. And it appears that this team has demonstrated itself to be reluctant to do just that, to the point that, and Royal, stop me if this conversation has already been had on live, but when you have a guy like Bradley Beal who is ready to come to this team and is like, hey, Pat, what's up? What's going on? And then he gets information from Pat saying, hey, let me go talk with ownership and let me get right back to you. Meanwhile, this dude is practically packing his bags to come down here, and then the player himself is basically like, man, they dragging their feet. I guess I'm going to Phoenix then, because that's the next opportunity. Because at the very least, that guy over there, even though he's new at this, within what 6 months of closing on the Phoenix Suns, was able to bring Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal to a team that already had Chris Paul and
Devin Booker.
And Devin Booker on it, but which, by the way, was a core that took them to the finals 2 years ago. Never mind the Milwaukee Bucks, who themselves had a core that took them to the finals 2 years ago, and they basically traded one of those guys away.
Ricky, they went to the finals 2 years ago, and they blew the roster up the next season.
No, but here's the thing. They didn't even have to blow the roster up. They traded.
But they did, though.
Kept their starting lineup. They kept their main guys. They didn't really give anybody up outside of Drew, and they ended up with Damian Lillard. Now, would they have been willing to blow the roster up in order to
I'm talking about Phoenix.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Phoenix was in that same finals and blew their fucking roster up the next year to get Kevin Durant.
And guess what? After they got to the finals, that year, they won 64. The following year, got blown out in Game 7. Halfway, not even a half season later, they pull the trigger on KD. And look, my point is, I think there is, and maybe this will get me in trouble as far as future job prospects, but at this point, I was already an intern over there, and they didn't bring me back even after I was at the White House. So screw it. At this point, there is an organizational, dare I say, rot that dates back to the very trauma that they are still experiencing from having someone like LeBron James leave them high and dry, and they still don't know how to handle it. Because if they get so much as a droplet of success, they want to lean into that so quickly, throw as much money at it as possible, not realizing that more often than not, it's fool's gold. How do we know this? And excuse me for the rant or whatever you want to call this. And how do we know this? 2017, they gave all those guys bad contracts. A few years later, what was it, 2023? No, 2022.
Yeah, I'm finna cut your rant off, and I ain't coming to you for 2 more questions because you've been talking for 10 minutes. Look,
that's completely fair.
I gotta move the show because I gotta read these donuts that's coming.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm done. Y'all know the history; it already happened. It's sickening.
We're gonna thank Alex Campbell again.
We're doomed to mediocrity at this point. All right, I'm done.
Alex Campbell with the 999. He said, y'all said style of play for Tyler, and it's understandable, but the Heat legit changed how he played from his rookie season because he has to be the ball handler on the offense. I don't think he has to be the ball handler. I think he makes himself the ball handler in a lot of situations because there are opportunities to move the ball, and he does it. Like, because he's looking for his own shot. You saw an instance tonight. I forgot who it was. He passed somebody a grenade at the end of the clock because he didn't want to take a shot that he should have taken. He was open.
Twice.
And he threw somebody the grenade. I know they was at the top of the key, and I just can't remember the player. But that's Tyler. That's not he has to be the ball handler. That's him choosing to look for his own and then not finding it and then trying to throw the ball to somebody else so that they can take the shot. Corbs with the $10 don't know. He said the issue is Pat Riley. The issue is Pat Riley and the front office. Last year, no 3-and-D power forward. This year, no point guard. Both positions still need to be addressed. They have the assets. Other contenders get it done. Well, the assets are questionable now, brother, because they had the assets last year. And expiring in Max Strus and Gabe Vincent, they chose to trade neither of them. Like, they could have used them to flip to get assets, but they don't really have all the assets that people think. Like, without moving Tyler Herro, they're not going to be in the conversation for any player that can drastically change this team. And Pat Riley has told y'all he ain't trading Tyler Herro apparently. So look, the team is what it is. I don't want to spend too much time on Tyler Herro, even though we have spent half the show. So it's okay. It's okay. You're not talking for a while. We're going to go around to the rest of the roster for a little bit. Let's talk about Nikola Jovic. And I know this is going to hurt your heart because you want to talk about him. But Nikola Jovic was good tonight, I think, in my opinion. But he was also bad tonight in other ways. What were your opinion on Nikola Jovic tonight?
I mean, TJ kind of hit it on the point, man. And you also hit it on the point on the timeline, too. You see why he plays and you see why he doesn't play at the same time. This team just has an identity crisis, dog. I mean, to be real with you, dog, we don't know if we're young or old. You know what I'm saying? The old guys aren't veteran savvy and don't get the job done. And the young guys, they don't show much upside that we need to see out of them from a young team. You know what I'm saying? It's just we're stuck in a rock and a hard place, dog. Between a rock and a hard place. It's crazy. I was joking a lot in the offseason saying Jovic was untradeable, but a lot of you niggas were serious, and a lot of you niggas have serious problems after the fact. You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating, bro. You can kind of see the potential there, bro. And I'm a Jovic guy. You see the potential there, but it's just some plays, especially on the PNR defensively, dog. It's just you're shaking your head like, come on, dog. Yeah, because you play Euro ball and you didn't see it too much there, but this is the NBA, whole nother ball game, whole nother league. You gotta fix that shit, dog. It's so much teaching moments, but he's not gonna get the play time that he needs. And then we're not sending him to the G League. So this nigga's just rotting here on the bench. And you have games like this where he needs to figure it out, but he's not gonna get the opportunities to figure out, because how many times are you gonna see Highsmith out, Caleb out, and Kevin Love out, right? And then he gets his PT after all them bodies drop. But then at the same time, you don't want to make him tradable as an asset. So you're not going to play him to get better. You're not going to move him to get an asset. So what are we doing? What are we doing? What the fuck is the front office doing? What's the game plan with Jovic? Someone please tell me what the game plan is.
I got you, gang. The game plan is the same as for those G League players, brother. You have them in there for a year just to sit, watch, and see how things were done. The second year, you sprinkle them in with some few minutes here and there. Try to see the third year is when he actually gets on the court. The problem with that is that he's a first-round pick. And he should, he's a first-round pick, brother. And those only lose value the longer that they're not playing. So, you can't even figure out what he is as a player until year 3, and by then it's too fucking late. If he turns out to be shit, so that's a problem for me, bro. TJ, I want you to kind of start on Nikola Jovic, and then I want you to go to Jaime Jaquez about what you saw from them boys tonight.
Yeah, it's just he just has bad basketball feel when he doesn't have the ball in his hand. Offensively, he doesn't really know what to do. He just kind of stands there and looks around, and he'll cut, but he doesn't make smart cuts. And he'll be standing there, and then he'll be moving next to another player. He just don't really have good basketball feel. Defensively, it's the same thing. He takes bad angles. He just doesn't know where to be. He needs reps. You feel me? But like you said, Roy, they're two. they want to win. They're trying to win. So they can't really just give him reps out there and he's getting killed. He needs to go somewhere where he can make mistakes and it not really matter. This is why bad team, you can get better as a young player on a bad team because you can make mistakes and nobody gonna give a fuck. You feel me? You can't send him to the G League. You're trying to trade him. You feel me? So you're telling all these other teams, hey, he can't even get on the court, bruh. He's in the G League, and you want to talk about packaging him with Tyler Herro to get you fucking Dame? Like, that's a bad look. That's a bad look. So he got to get better offensively with the ball in his hands. He looks great. He can do some terrific stuff. I see the potential. It's there. Okay, he's really, really ridiculous, but he's in the NBA now. You got to figure it out. You got to do both, with the ball and without the ball. And he's just not there yet. So hopefully he figures it out. He needs a year in the G League, but I don't know what they do with him.
And go to Jaime.
Oh, and yeah, Jaime. I like Jaime. He's smart. I see why they like him. He didn't really do a whole lot, but like he got unlike Nikola Jovic, he has really good basketball feel. He just ends up in the right spot. I like him a lot. So he's good. I see why they like him.
He's a backdoor merchant. What you was about to say, Threat?
Yeah, I was just gonna say his stock, Jovic stock was so high in the offseason, especially during the Euroball shit. Why didn't you move him if you're not gonna play him? I know I said that earlier, but
because
we don't move niggas when their stock is high. You don't move Duncan Robinson when his stock is high. Jovic stock was through the roof, bro. They had NBA Central posting him. You had fucking niggas on ESPN vouching for this nigga's game without him getting any NBA minutes. Why didn't you move him when his stock was high? Now you're not playing him, and when you do play him, you play him for 8 minutes and a half, and then whatever have you may be. His stock was so high, and now you diminish it. Why do you build him up if you're not going to move the asset, dog?
I think the problem is because they like the Heat. They're like a schizophrenic. Like they legitimately would move Jovic for somebody better if they could, as long as they can fleece that other team. But they really do like him. Like they really do want him in their system so that they can develop and they can reap the benefits of all that hard work of developing him. The problem becomes is like then you can't be serious about contention. Like if you want to maximize his development, then you have to play him. If you want to maximize your championship window, then you cannot play him. Like that is the fine line that the Miami Heat try and walk with all of their players, and I feel like it's absurd. Dan Filmgen again with the $5 dono. He said, all aboard the Jamal Cain hype train. But no, I thought he was good tonight, but didn't do a whole lot. And that's what I'm throwing to Alex with. Alex, I want you to start with Jaime Jaquez and then pivot to Jamal Cain.
Yeah, I mean, like TJ said, I like Jaime. Jaime is a good example of a player that does kind of fit with what they're trying to do. They are trying to win, and Jaime is he's NBA ready, fringe rotational player. He's a guy that's probably, good enough to be your 8th guy on the roster and get you like 15 minutes and play solidly within those 15 minutes. I know that they said that he was like limited tonight because of a groin issue or something. They're restricting him with minutes, but I don't think that's really going to continue. But yeah, I mean, like he makes good cuts along the baseline. He has good footwork. I don't think he's like complete trash defensively. The only time I saw him get absolutely destroyed was like Jason Tatum on him, but that's Jason Tatum. And then like yeah, like most guys are gonna get cooked by Jason Tatum, but and I think he moves the ball well, like for his size. Like he's not really a typical, passer or anything, but I think he can pass the ball well. But as far as Jovic goes, like Threat and TJ have been saying, like he's on the wrong franchise. He shouldn't be here. Like he should be a Wizard. He should be a Blazer. Somewhere where he's gonna play 25 minutes a game, 30 minutes a game, figure shit out, and grow as a young player. You cannot expect to grow on the Miami Heat playing 10 to 15 minutes a game when you are a raw prospect. Like it really is just that simple. I mean, if anyone goes on YouTube and looks up Jovic highlights, he was a point guard in Euroball. And that's why he looks lost on offense. He's not playing point guard anymore. He's playing power forward. You're moving him completely. You're changing his play style around completely. I just think that They have a terrible idea of what they want to do with these young players when they're picking in the 20s. I think if the Heat are picking in the 20s from now on, I would just rather see them move the pick, because they don't know if they want to take a player that they're going to develop, and if they feel like they're going to take that player that they want to develop, you don't have the time, because you're never going to throw in the towel and say we're not going to win. They're always going to try to win, so don't pick a player that you want to take the time to develop.
Like, it's almost like they're forced to pick a good player when they're high in the lottery. Otherwise, it's almost like begrudging, like, oh, God, fine, I guess I'll just take this actually talented player. What's that guy's name that everybody was talking about that they ended up not getting?
Cam Whitmore.
Cam Whitmore.
Him? I mean, I haven't seen him play yet this season, but who knows?
You know what, Ricky? That's an amazing point, bro. Because I think we'd be saying the same thing about Cam Whitmore if he was on this team. Like, Spo wouldn't play him. Like, it'll just be like a frustrating thing to have somebody with that kind of talent. He'd rather play Drew Smith than Cam Whitmore, because Drew Smith knows the system, and
don't say that, bro. That Drew Smith is like my trigger word now, bro. I can't stand that dude, bro. He's so.
What you saying, Ricky?
Also, because he's very handsome, but I'm biased.
I don't. Who you talking about? Drew Smith?
Yeah, that's my family.
It's because you hoes look like twins. I told Sheltman to talk about Jamal Cain, but he clearly ignored my directions. So I'm gonna throw that shit to Threat, because I'm skipping Ricky again. Go ahead, talk about Jamal Cain a little bit, Threat.
I have absolutely no words for Jamal Cain.
I have absolutely no words for Jamal Cain. That's 8 words.
Go ahead, Twan. Talk about Jamal Cain a little bit, please.
I don't know. He did things and stuff. Like, he's solid. Like, he cool. You feel me? He's like light. Well, more black Jaime Jaquez. Good feel for basketball. He gets some rebounds. His shot's ugly as fuck. We've seen this guy before. Rodney Magruder, you're right there. Like, we've seen this guy before.
So I'm gonna pose this. I'm gonna take a little bit of a pivot, because I had this thought. I feel like if we were actually a team that just, like, if the franchise told us, hey, y'all, we're rebuilding, we're not trying to compete, like, and that would obviously mean getting rid of Jimmy Butler, like, just subtract Jimmy Butler from the equation. I believe if they told us we're trying to build ourselves up into a contender, we might actually like the product that the Miami Heat are putting on the floor. Sheltman, agree or disagree?
Disagree, because if you subtract just Jimmy Butler from this team and
Not
everything else
Butler,
stays the same,
but all the guys that would be assumed to help us contend, so him, Kyle Lowry, Kevin Love, and replace them with other young shit. Like, that's what I'm saying.
So Bam is here, Tyler Herro's here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're not bad enough still. They're still not bad enough. That team will win 35 games. They will get a late lottery pick. That late lottery pick will not move the needle, and they'll be stuck in basketball purgatory. It'll be the same shit every single year, and they'll find a way to get slightly better. They might make the 8th seed. They might make the play-in. They might win a series just because Eric Spoelstra exists, and they will not win a championship. It's the same thing every year. They need to completely blow the shit up. If they're gonna be bad, everyone but Bam goes. Everyone. I don't care. Every single player. I don't care if it's Jaime Jaquez. I don't care if it's Jovic. I don't care if it's Tyler Herro. Everyone, young and old, white or black or Hawaiian, whatever, or Mexican, they can all go, and Bam Adebayo will be the lone person remaining on the roster, and they can figure it out from there.
Okay. I feel like this question is going to go a lot like that for everybody else, so I'm not even going to waste my time doing the exercise. Tyus Hargrove, pussy. Don't talk to me like that. I do like some Heat teams. I like the 2013 Heat team. I like the 2006 Heat team. And I like the 2012 Heat team. All the motherfuckers that hang up banners, I love them rosters. But any roster other than that, I had critiques, if you will. I'm going to get, look, brother. Look, I appreciate you for joining up, pulling up. And if this is your first time watching, if you love us, if you hate us, I do not care. Just leave us a like. Subscribe to the basement if you have not. But my brother, nothing that you tell me is gonna make me change the way that I feel about the team game. Like, I don't give a shit. I like front runner Heat teams. No, I don't, because I hated the Miami Heat team that was the #1 seed. because I did not think that they would win a championship. I did not think they were capable of winning a championship. And lo and behold, I was fucking right. Mac for a better tomorrow. So if y'all
for
want
Senate ass name,
if you want me to stop bitching and moaning about Miami Heat rosters, tell one of them to win a championship. I might still do it anyway because I don't give a fuck about what none of you niggas talk about it. But hey, look, that's the best way to get me to shut up is to win the championship, and they ain't finna do that. So fuck all y'all who don't like what I'm talking about. Leave. How about that? But leave a like before you get up out of here and subscribe to the Basement Sports Network and come back for the next show. But you can leave right now. I really don't know what else to talk about because I don't really want to talk about the rest of this game because it was a shit show, and we're going to see another one like it pretty soon. You know what, Ricky? I didn't give you an opportunity to talk about your son, Nico, and I want to be respectful and allow you to do that. Go ahead, briefly talk about Nikola Jovic.
Yeah, I don't really care about that anymore. I actually have an open question I'd like to pitch to the panel. Let's say, hypothetically, you were to wake up tomorrow morning with about $8 billion. And you were to buy the Miami Heat. And matter of fact, I want to get fan engagement on this. All you, those of you that are still here, that are still in the comments lurking, those of you that are watching on behalf of other networks and all that, you too. If you woke up tomorrow morning with $8 billion and you were given the opportunity to, and obviously you would end up doing it, buy the Miami Heat, what are the first 5 things that you would do? Now, we've seen what Matt Ishbia did upon buying the Phoenix Suns and closing in on all that other stuff, right? What would you do in terms of brightening the mood around this franchise? Because it's obvious it's been a real long time since we've won a title. The future doesn't appear as bright as it otherwise would have been. So what would you do? There are 5 things that you could theoretically do once you buy this team. I'm all ears.
So this is what we'll do in order to help this move along so that we can get to the next game. Everybody on the panel will give one thing that they would do. So that
I'll take
we'll come up with our whole 5 as a group. But we can engage in this later on. But right now, everybody will give one thing. First order of business. Nobody can repeat the same answer. And so, Ricky, I'm gonna let you go first. This is your question. I want you to take the obvious answer because I want to challenge everybody else.
The obvious answer?
Yeah.
Like I actually have a list of things I would have done.
The first, you only get one though.
Okay. Damn, this is hard. Can you come back to me?
Give Threat the layup because I know he's itching for it.
Go ahead, Threat. What's the first thing you doing after you buy the Miami Heat, bro?
I'm not gonna give the layup answer because that's the easy one. I'm moving Jimmy Butler, bro. I'm moving Jimmy Butler, and I'm rebuilding this fucking roster from top to bottom, from the top player to the bottom, bro. So I'm moving Jimmy Butler, bro, and I'm picking a direction. I'm not gonna be halfway in, halfway out.
I like that. I'm going to give the layup, so fuck all y'all. I am punting Pat Riley fucking ass to the first retirement home that I can get him to. And I ain't got a good leg, so I'm going to have to kick that bitch several times to get him there. But after that, we will throw him a loving blowout retirement party at the arena. We're going to give him all the pomp and circumstance he deserves. But that bitch will not be here come the day 2 of my regiment as Heat owner. That's my move. TJ, what is yours?
I'm making a very quick phone call to Dwayne Tyrone Wade Jr. My brother, come and get your percentage. We need stars here immediately. We haven't gotten one since you left, brother. What percentage you need? Yeah. Name your price, brother. Everybody got a price. So yeah, that's my first order of business.
Up to 49% because your boy got to keep that 51 majority.
I still got eat. You feel
Come on now. Cause gang get out of line. You can go right back to Utah with your bullshit. I tell you, you ain't score. You ain't the Flash no more. Sheltman, what's your move, brother?
Well, Threat took mine. Can I expand on the trade? I had a trade in mind, but I'll give you another one as well.
You can expand on the trade and then give me what you do.
I'm trading Jimmy to the Kings for Keegan Murray and 3 picks. Like that's what I want. That's what I want. But the other thing I'll do after trade Jimmy, after call up D-Wade, I am going to call up Clutch Sports and tell them the Miami Heat are under new management. And please, we would like to work with you and your clients anytime. Give us a call. I'll give them a private cell phone line. I'll give them the new GM, the new vice GM, everyone in the front office. Clutch is going to have its own phone in the front office of the Miami Heat if I own the team. But yeah, I find it ridiculous that we can't even operate with a chunk of free agents because Pat Riley has this weird fucking relationship with Rich Paul because of LeBron James. It's insane to me. It's insane.
And
I got one more. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. And it's not just free agents either. He has bad relationships with other GMs in the business as well. He's hindering us as trade partners with other teams because now we got smoke with the Blazers all of a sudden. As if we didn't already have smoke with Mark Cuban, low-key. As if we didn't already have smoke with the Celtics, low-key. As if we don't already have smoke with the Cavs, low-key. As if, do I need to keep going? Come on now.
Danny Ainge.
Low-key. Like, it's just, the list goes on. And now Joe Cronin can be added to the list. Like, the list continues to grow. I do got one bonus one before I throw this to Ricky for the last one. I'm changing the name of the fucking arena. That shit's no longer going to be called the Kaseya Center. From now on, it will be known as the Simple Health Advisors Arena. So, ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you email our guy James Pugh or give him a call today and tell him that the basement sent you. Email our boy James Pugh at jpugh@simplehealthadvisors.com or give him a call at 321-345-7738. Again, that number is 321-345-7738. I didn't need you tonight, Dan, the film jet. You've been lobbing me all season, my boy. I had to throw me one off the backboard real quick. The boy used to be elite at that. You feel me? I didn't used to have the comments throwing me lob. I used to throw all of my own. So I got to get back into that bag a little bit. Ricky J. Mark, we've given you time to think. What would be your one move as the newly minted owner of the Miami Heat?
Well, I would quite frankly invest or infuse the franchise with a significant amount of cash that would go straight towards completely revamping the organizational structure of the franchise, renovating the arena, as well as either moving or creating an expansion G League franchise based here in South Florida that plays further north, like Palm Beach County or even North Broward, because Sioux Falls, most Miamians don't even know where that is, much less know how to pronounce the city. And I think that would bring a great deal of basketball, semi-professional basketball to the community that would better ingratiate the fan base to this team. And when you factor that in, along with the fact that we're also going to be blowing up the team and revamping, we'll actually be able to, the fans of this particular region will actually be able to look at their development projects up close by actually going up to Fort Lauderdale Flame games, for example, and enjoying a night or enjoying a day of hoops, for example. So I think when you factor in everything that everybody here has said, combine that with completely infusing the team with a great deal of cash, which also pays for brand new marketing. It renovates the arena. It brings in an additional group of people that will operate the G League franchise. I think we're going to have a team that is not built around a cult of personality known as Pat Riley, and it's going to be built around basketball, the love of basketball, and actual Heat culture, not a failed marketing campaign that was once called Heat Nation, which was born after LeBron left because, the king left, so we're still a nation after him. We can actually build an identity around a team. And guess what? Dwayne Wade will be down here for all of it.
Now, okay, so marketing genius, ladies and gentlemen, Ricky J. Mark. That is, I like the idea. I like the idea for all the reasons that you named. I'll tell you why I hate it. I hate it because if you get these fans invested in the G League team, then all of a sudden they start saying that these G League players are better than they really are because they go to the games to actually watch them with their own eyes. The way that we get invested in our developmental projects will only be enhanced by them being in arm's reach of this ridiculous ass fan base. But I do agree with your overarching point. That is a beautiful way to create additional engagement, and I think it is a wonderful idea for any franchise but my own, because I need some of these fuckers to see the light anyway, and they'll never do that. It's a team right up the street.
Put the G League team in Alaska, bro. Keep them away from.
We can't even. They can't be that close, Ricky. They have to be in South Dakota, bro. They have to be, bro. They have to be. They can't be anywhere near this fan base, bro. No. Oh, you don't. Are you a Sioux Falls? Are you a Sioux Falls guy? Do you live in Sioux
I don't
Falls,
think English
South
is his first language.
Maybe
I don't understand what that is.
Neither do I. But, grammatical errors are the thing of internet trolls. Let's talk about this next game. Oh, God. Oh, God. On Monday, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see Dame. Ricky J. Mark, the boy feeling good.
About the Bucks? Yeah, I feel great.
You feel great?
Yeah, about the Bucks? Yeah, they look amazing. I can't wait to see that game.
Neither can I. Shelton, the boy feeling good?
Keeping with my theme that I will be restating every single stream I am on, every Miami Heat loss gives me life force. I'm feeling excellent. This will be absolute domination by freak time or whatever the fuck they're calling it over there.
Yeah.
The Bucks will win 111-91.
That's all? Just a 20-point dub?
Yeah.
TJ, the boy feeling good?
Absolutely not. My brother in Christ. Damian Lillard right now has 65 points on Tyler Herro's head. Spo just called a timeout. It is looking pathetic for us. I don't even know if I want to watch this. My eyes aren't prepared for massacre, and I don't want to see what Damian Lillard does to the team that he was actually trying to come to. Y'all the reason that nigga's in Milwaukee. That nigga is shopping at stores he ain't never seen a day in his fucking life. The winter's about to be hell, and y'all are the reason. Oh, he's gonna give y'all absolute. I hope y'all ready.
Threat, the boy feeling good?
I'm actually feeling agitated and annoyed because you know what's gonna happen, bro. What this team is so stupid. Watch them win the game. Damian Lillard is gonna struggle from the field. Tyler Herro is gonna have a good game where he doesn't play better, but he plays a little bit under what Dame plays. The fan base is gonna say we're gonna win the championship. Tyler's better than Dame. Look at all you idiots who clamored for Dame to make the trade, and we should have never made it. See, this is why. That's exactly what's gonna happen on Monday. Watch it happen, bro. You know how this shit works with this team. And this
and you know who gonna help that bitch work? Me, because he about to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? You damn Skippy. Dame finna score 30. Tyler Herro finna score 27. That shit is fit to be fucking absurd. Bam is finna lock Giannis' ass up. Drew Smith finna outplay Chris Middleton. Brother, this shit finna be a movie. You hear me? I am all in on this game. I do want Dame to go crazy. I want him to score 60, but he won't because for some reason Drew Smith is gonna be a Dame stopper. I just know. I feel it in my soul, bro. I feel like how every time we get these scrubs, and then they have this one team. For Gabe Vincent, it was Philadelphia. For some reason, he wasn't Gabe Vincent no more. He was Allen Iverson against Philadelphia. Drew Smith is going to turn into prime two-way elite defensive stopper. Fucking
Gary Payton.
You know it. You know he finna strap that boy ass up, and I'm going to be sick to my stomach. But the Heat finna win, bro. The Heat finna win, bro.
Hey, yo.
You gotta pause. He don't look like a girl to y'all?
No, he's
Thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to the panelists, Alex as the only white man, and of course, the rest of the members. of the Kane game pulling up with me. My boy TJ, my boy Threat, and of course the chairman, brother Ricky J. Mark. We will see y'all after the Bucks game. Allow me some time to find this video. Oh, play the video, me.
Knicks in 6, baby.
See, I caught your ass because I ain't even start the video because I played the wrong video.
Well,
But this why we kick Ricky J. Mark ass out the network every other day, bro, because he's doing shit like that. Play the video, the real video, me.
Oh yeah, we packing somebody up tonight.